Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are watching this on a Tuesday or at the very least on Wednesday morning. I'm making the video on Monday night. Just got through watching the weather. Sounds kind of ominous for Thursday and Friday. Sounds like we might be on an NTI day. We got a subject today that is, super new. I don't know when it came about. Pretty much 98% of everything you all have learned this year, I learned back in the 90s. It's crazy with the way technology has went and just progressed that programming languages have stayed the same. This is relatively new. I just was introduced to this a couple 3 years ago. I don't know if it's like being used much in the professional world, but it is on our syllabus and I have to teach it. I am not thinking this will be on, I'm not thinking we'll do a project on this, but as you'll see as we go through this, this is really ripe for questions for quizzes, midterms, and finals. So the thing is called, what we're going to look at today is called enumeration. From the name, you can think, well, it's got numbers involved, and you'd be right. This program I've written here we use the usual header files, iostream and iomanip. But in front of main, here's the new thing that you all need that I want to show you. Enumeration. The way to code this is just to make an enum. That's an enum, and we're going to call it day. All right. We're going to enumerate an object, a thing called day. And inside of parentheses, I'm going to put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a semicolon after it, just like a struct. Okay, this has a lot of things in common with a struct, but it's not a struct. Right? Enumerate an object, we're going to call it day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Inside, for the most part, right now, each one of these, if I would see out this Monday, this Tuesday, this Wednesday, this Thursday, this Friday, I would see out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Usually when you do enumeration, it's something that's sequential. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or September, October, November, December. Maybe objects that you've put in order. Maybe like teams from first to last. It's something that's got a sequential value, at least to you. All right. The only numbers that this has really been assigned, though, and can be assigned with this kind of declaration is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. One of the things you want to notice is there's no quotation marks around Monday. Right. These aren't strings. These aren't integers. They're 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not really integers, but they store a value. You'll see as we go through here. All right. All right, let's start inside of our program. I've got a constant int num days 5, and I got double sales num days. So it's the sales array is going to have 5 days in it. Okay, there's no magic to this or nothing tricky about the actual working mechanism of the arrays. Then double total 0, 0. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the user for the sales of day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And this is going to add them up. All right. This next one is a lot like struct, the declaration for this. You know, think of this if this were a struct, this would be a struct named day, and I'm gonna make a day called workday. So this isn't a struct, this is an enumeration. So I'm making day is an enumeration, and I'm gonna make a day, and I'm gonna call it workday. Let that sink in a second, because this next part gets a little frustrating. All right, this is a normal for loop. The first part, the 3 parts of a for loop, the first one is the initial value. This would usually be I equals 0 or something like that. What I'm doing is assigning Monday to workday. That's like saying, we know from this up here that Monday has the value of 0. So that's saying workday now has the value of 0. So it's the same thing as int I equals 0, right? We're assigning a 0 to workday. Then the next one is, it's like the while statement, while workday is less than or equal to Friday. We know that Monday was worth 0, so workday is 0, and Friday is a 4. So this will loop 5 times. All right. Workday is not an integer. You can't go workday plus plus. All right. This is something totally new, and it's something we will use at another time. This static cast day, and inside the parentheses we got workday plus 1. What this is this, we can't assign day to workday. All right. But we can assign this value, which is this. We can't assign an int to workday, but this static cast day, which we declared here, workday plus 1, that makes this now a 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So this did increment. This is the same thing as like being I plus plus. Workday has incremented because of this. This static cast day takes care of what goes on behind the scenes. We just couldn't do workday plus plus because workday isn't an integer, so we have to work around it with this static cast day, right? That uses the day from here. And this workday, it does have a value of 0. If we add 1 to it and then assign it back, it basically takes workday here, adds 1 to it, and makes it like this. The static cast, you have to remember this. All you have to know about this is this makes this work. I mean, we'll go deeper into this later on, but the static cast actually changes types. So real quick, going over this again, this is basically workday equals 0, while workday is less than 4, and then workday incremented. So this will go through 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get out of that. That's pretty confusing. And just walk down. Enter the sales for day, workday. Right now, the first time through this is going to be 0. Then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to ask for sales for day 0, sales for day 1, sales for day 2, sales for day 3, sales for day 4. We're going to enter them. Then this for loop is going to do the same thing. It's the exact same for loop. There's nothing different. All right. Again, it's going to assign workday to a Monday to workday. So that's like saying 0, workday equals 0. And then while 0 is less than 4, it's the same thing again. Total plus equals sales workday. So as you go through this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all right, it's going to add them up. This plus equals, that's definitely a test question. All right. It's the same thing as saying total plus sales equals total. And final thing is we're going to see this out. Let me run this. Enter for sales for day 0, which is Monday. We'll say it's $12. For day 2, $36. $48, $60, and $24. Add it all up, it comes to $180. All right, what would I expect you all to take out of this video? For one, for sure, that when you use this enum day, that you would know that this has a value. It's not an integer, but it has a value of 0. This has a value of 1. If you would put C out Tuesday, your first line was C out Tuesday right here, it would C out a, this is 0, this is 1. It would, for Tuesday, it would C out a 1. Wednesday would C out a 2. Thursday a 3. Friday a 4. Definitely would want you to take it. Usually, like I said, these are used for something sequential, but I could have just as easily made these names. I could have made this names from the class. I could have made this one TJ. Could have made this one Hannah. Could have made this one Christina. Could have made this one Austin, and could have made this one Wyatt. All right. But usually people try to make them something sequential. So the first thing I'd expect you to know is that these equals 0 through 4, that usually these are something sequential. In naming this, all right, this is an enum named day, and I've made a day and called it workday. This is like a struct. Struct date, date equals start date. It's the same thing. I've made a day, I've made a work day that's going to look just like this. So it has something in common with structs. Also, to kind of know how to read through this, Monday, that assigns 0 to workday, while workday, 0, first time through is going to be 0 less than Friday, which is 4. And this static cast workday plus 1 basically just adds 1 to workday and assigns it back to workday. That's the way it increments through a for loop. So that's the keys right there. If you find it a little bit confusing, rewind about 40 seconds and listen to me say that again. That's the keys. Probably on for Thursday's video, or I'm sorry, Friday's video, go over another one of these and for us to move on also. All right, guys, I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday looks like a rainy day. Looks like we'll be at school, but really thinking NTI for Thursday and Friday. Guys, have a good production day, and I will see you Wednesday.